Mr. President, I have 5:30 as the time.
Yes, I knew that.
Back to the top here. I'd like to call to order the board meeting for February 6th of Fairborn City Schools. Roll call, please.
Ms. Landon.
Here.
Mrs. Malad.
Yes, here.
Mrs. Webb.
Here.
Mr. Browning. Here. Mr. Steininger.
Here. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, we need to approve the agenda. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All call the roll, please.
Mrs. Webb.
Yes.
Mr. Browning.
Yes.
Ms. Landon.
Yes.
Mrs. Malad.
Yes.
Mr. Steininger.
Yay. I need to approve the minutes of the Thursday meeting of January 9th, the organizational meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Call the order. Call, please.
Mrs. Malad.
Yes.
Ms. Landon.
Yes.
Mrs. Webb.
Yes.
Mr. Browning.
Yes.
Mr. Steininger.
Yay. Do we have any, do we want to change this where we want to change the
Yeah,
agenda?
let them go now.
You're
Yep.
on.
You're on.
Thank you, Board, for rearranging the schedule so we could honor and recognize these very busy students. Tonight, we are here to recognize 12 seniors who were awarded the Governor's Merit Scholarship. This scholarship was established to recognize the hard work, dedication, and accomplishments of Ohio's top-performing high school seniors and to encourage them to remain in Ohio for their post-secondary education. The Governor's Merit Scholarship provides up to $5,000 per year for 4 years of full-time education at a public, private, or nonprofit college or university in Ohio. These students receiving the scholarship may be awarded a total of $20,000 each in recognition of their academic achievement because they have placed in the top 5% of Fairborn's class of 2025. So if you will join me in recognizing, and students, I'm going to have you come up, stand with your certificate here, and then we'll have the board come around. So first, Mackenzie Albright. Gabriel Bailey. Brody Brown. Nicholas Cunningham. Thank you. Jevion DeWitt. Ben Haskell. Melissa Martin. Emma Miller. Hannah Schroeder. Nathan Sherrick. Xander Weed. And Caitlin Welch. I present to you the class of 2025 Governor's Merit Scholarship winners, and I'm sure the others are double booked tonight as these seniors will go to their next event in a few minutes. So we'll
Oh, a picture? Picture. Yep. Scooch, scooch. Now breaking in really close. Yeah. We do.
Okay, we're good. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. You want to keep going? No. Just keep going down that line.
Yeah,
Thanks,
tomorrow
Steve.
if you see him.
Again, we are, excuse me, we are changing up the schedule a little bit here tonight. Next, we're going to go with the ROTC update. You would like to come forward?
Here's the microphone. You need to use the microphone so it's on the video.
Thank you. All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Cadet Colonel D'Artagnan Zimmerman, and I'm going to be going over a little bit of the briefing tonight for a slideshow presentation. This is an overview of everything that we're going to be going over tonight. So we'll get into all that. This is our unit breakdown. As you can see, it has all the freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors in here. We have mainly freshmen in the first years in the program for right now, and then it gets smaller each time around just because of selection. This is our unit summary. It just goes over some of the things that we go over in the program. We have weekly overviews sent every Sunday to get our staff members ready to be able to brief and get ready for staff meetings on Monday after school. And we have a military leadership advisory that happens every Tuesday through Friday to help our staff be prepared and ready for anything coming up during the program. Good. These are some of our goals and performance measurements, cadet impact goals. We want our cadets in the program to be passing with a 3.0 grade point average. This is measured quarterly from our instructors. And our goal is for 80% of the cadets to show improvement in each area of their physical assessments, which is just a physical test they take at the beginning and end of the year to show growth. These are school impact goals. One of our school impact goals is to increase our number of cadets in the program by 20%. This would get us to 110 cadets in the program, which is a huge accomplishment. And our second school impact goal is to have the program mirror the population of Fairborn High School, just through the minorities and other ethnic groups within the school. Our community impact, no, you're all good. Our community impact goals, to average 4 hours of community service per cadet each quarter. That's measured through our system that we do everything through, which is WINGS. That's where a lot of the stuff goes through. And to continue to, our second one is to continue to participate in various volunteer opportunities, which is charity events, whatever that looks like, color guards, other things like that we could do. Now I'm going to hand the mic over to Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Jasmine Bazard. Here you go.
Good evening. I'm Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Jasmine Bazard, and in our unit we do health and wellness, and the purpose is to improve the cadets' health and physical fitness, and this is to promote a healthier lifestyle. During our fitness assessment, we do 3 components of this. We do 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, and then a 1 mile run or walk. It doesn't have to be a run, but that goes into promotions later. 95 of our cadets have been tested on this. To make sure that everyone is okay and eligible to be in PT, we have them do parental consent forms, and we keep accountability of these through WINGS, which is our platform, what we go through everything on, and we have hard copies in the instructor's office. In our PT days, we do circuit stations or weight room, or we run, or sometimes we do basketball or ultimate frisbee. Our unit's community service hours have been this school year, so July 1st, 714 hours, and from April 1st, which is the beginning of the Air Force's year, we have done 838 hours. 92 cadets out of our 102 cadets have participated, or 92 of our cadets have performed in 102 events, and 98.9 participation rate, so 92 out of our 93 cadets have performed. Some of these events are the Air Force Marathon, or Sleep in Heavenly Peace bed build, or doing Fairborn fish, or color guards. These are all planned and executed by our cadets. These are some of the events that we have done: the Air Force Marathon, the Veterans Day Color Guard, Sleep in Heavenly Peace bed build, 4th of July Parade, the Pumpkin Patch, and then the basketball military appreciation night. Unit and curriculum in action. We do 4 main CIA trips every year, or 3, but we had to reschedule the flight for air camp, which is where you learn like STEM-based, and you get to fly for a day, but due to rain, we had to reschedule the flight for October 17th. We plan to go to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base for a tour in 2025 at some point, and we go to the Air Force Museum every May. I would now like to hand the mic over to Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Matthew Wardle.
We offer 5 STEM-based LDRs, such as Cyber Patriots, JLab, Rocketry. Rocketry is done in class. So right now, our overall LDR participation is 51%, but since we do the Rocketry in class, that'll significantly increase this semester. We also offer 3 activity-based LDRs, which is drill team, raider team, archery, and those have competitions. The STEM-based do as well, but the activity-based, those are in-person competitions. And then our unit-based, we have the flag, details, and color guards. Across our Corps of Cadets, we have 52% that participate in either higher academic programs or activities. 68% of our unit is involved in school athletics, 27% in the arts, and 44% in the other clubs. These are some photos from events that we've done. Last spring we partnered with Beaver Creek, and they taught us how to do rope bridge for our Raider team events. And then we also have some photos from our military ball color guard and our color guard at a football game where we had the B-25 flyover. 7 cadets graduated from our program last year, and it was 100% of our seniors. 4 of those cadets are enrolled in college. 2 of those 4 are in an ROTC program. We have 2 enlisted, 1 in the Air Force, 1 in the Army, and we have another cadet that is now employed in the community. And I will pass it over to Major Smith.
Good evening, I'm Major Smith. I am the SASE here at Fairborn High School. Chief Oosley here is the ASI. First of all, I want to say we are extremely proud of these cadets. These are they're third-year cadets for us, so this is our 3rd year, so these are the cadets that came in with us. So big change for us. I would say a big shift in attitude, professionalism, things like that. So extremely proud of them. In January, we had our unit assessment. It's a new format, but January 13th, Mr. Pettyjohn, our regional director, came in, and we got an exceed standards. So where we were, say, 3 years ago compared to where we are now, huge difference. 33 graded areas. We had 0 deficiencies. Of the 33 areas, 10 can be rated at exceeds. We met 9 out of 10 exceeds. So huge jump in confidence, huge jump in ability. So we're extremely proud of them. The assessment included mass formation with a uniform inspection. This is, by the way, the one area that we didn't get exceeds. In order to get exceeds, we needed to score, it was less than 10% and deficiencies in the uniform wear. We had 89 cadets in the formation, and I think we had 10 deficiencies in uniform wear, so we just barely missed it. But like I said, extremely proud of what we've accomplished with these cadets leading the way. This was the unit brief that they gave to Mr. Pettyjohn. So this is exactly what he saw. And the areas graded, like I said, the unit formation, we had to perform a drill sequence, 2 different drill sequences. We call one a 30-step, and then another one is just a color guard sequence that we do quite often. Our unit mission brief, and then he just reviewed some internal processes, whether it's our weapon storage, filing system, things like that. So, but overall, like I said, we're extremely proud of everything that's gone on here, and we're excited about the future of our program. So, this is what we covered today, and then we're just going to open up the floor and see if anybody has any questions.
Are there any questions from the board?
I don't, I just want to comment, the last few years watching the program build for me has been really exciting. I know the effort that you as leaders put in, and the cadets have all responded to that, so very proud of you guys.
Well, I'll say that these 3 up here, when I say leaders in the program,
Yeah.
these 3 have been phenomenal the past 3 years.
Awesome.
And they all have their own individual story. They come from different backgrounds. We like to joke about it sometimes, but they're definitely not the same kids that came into the program. I know that each one of them has put a lot of time and effort into not only themselves, but the school and the community. We were just commenting earlier, I think D'Artagnan has, since last April, 41 hours of community service. He's at everything. And I don't even track some of his stuff, so it's probably more, right? And I could say the same thing about Jasmine and Matthew. So we really, we got some good ones here. So any other questions?
Nope.
Just thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
It's great
Thank
to hear
you.
from you.
This was, like I said, this idea was brought up by Mr. Pettyjohn and Mrs. Gayhart to, provide a little information to the board. And so, yeah, at any time, if any of you would like to come in and see what's going on, we're always at events. We'd be more than happy to chat and show you what's going on.
Yep.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
so
Thank
much
you.
for your time
Good
today.
job.
My dad
Thank
was
you,
in the
everybody.
Air Force, so
Keep up
this
the
is
good
really
work.
cool.
yeah, they do great. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll continue with this section. Keep moving and let,
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson next.
yeah, Mr. Wilson, you're next.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I forgot to shake your hand. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it up. Keep it up. Thank you.
I don't care.
Sure.
Yeah.
I remember when Matt was a baby.
Good evening, members of the board, and Superintendent Gayhart and Mr. Philo, treasurer. I'm Andy Wilson. I'm on the steering committee of the Ohio Coalition of Equity and Adequacy of School Funding, and also the Vouchers Heard Ohio committee. I would like to first thank the board for your continued support and participation in the Vouchers Heard Ohio. The lawsuit was filed 3 years ago against the Ed Choice Voucher Program, and the wheels turn slowly in a case of this size because we have school districts that are suing the state over the constitutionality of the voucher program. The state is, of course, fighting back, and there are interveners that are also well-funded that are fighting back. The good news is finally we get to appear in court on April 28th, which is a Monday morning, on the motions for summary judgment, which is a process you go through. You appear before the judge and say, we don't need to go to trial because the case is clear cut, and you can make a decision based on these facts. And of course, the state is countering that and saying you don't have enough on this to declare unconstitutionality, so we're filing a summary judgment motion to kick the whole case out. So that's what's going to happen on Monday, April 25th. I also wanted to give a little bit of an update on some of the numbers involved in this, specific to Fairborn and to Greene County. Before the program was changed so that every family was eligible for what they euphemistically call a scholarship, an Ed Choice scholarship to attend a private school. And that would be fiscal year 23 before they changed it. There were 130 students in the Fairborn district that were accepting vouchers. This year there are 378. It's a 190% increase. Now, you're also short funded about $3 million a year on the Cup-Patterson Fair School Funding Program, which they say is unsustainable, and they want to cut $650 million out of that program. Interestingly, the two Ed Choice voucher programs cost the state $677 million last year. So if anything is unsustainable, form your own opinion. In fiscal year 23, the Fairborn district, the 130 students in Fairborn district, 72% were low-income qualified. Fiscal year 24, out of the 332 vouchers in fiscal 24, 24%. So it's almost a complete flip-flop. And incidentally, your enrollment has been stable over this time period. It's virtually unchanged. So in fiscal 23, there were 5 schools in Greene County that were accepting vouchers, and they accepted a total of $2.2 million. Fiscal 24, there are 8 schools with 1,243 vouchers and $6.2 million. So a $4 million increase just in Greene County. The statewide numbers as far as the low-income qualifications are a little bit different, but they mirror the same situation. In fiscal 23, there were 67% that were low-income qualified, and in fiscal 24, that number dropped to 17%. So the narrative that these programs are helping poor kids get out of failing school districts is a bit on the false side, because it's about 90% of the new vouchers are to families that are already have been attending public schools and paying for them. So that is about all I think I want to say about it. If you have any questions, I'll take questions. If not, thank you for your time.
Questions? Questions from anybody?
I don't have it.
It's a straight.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
the
the
update.
update.
And please keep us updated going forward
Yes.
as to that what happens in April.
Yes,
I
will do.
suspect that'll be just a hearing,
Yeah.
and then some year from now in the future,
Yeah.
the judge will rule maybe in our lifetime.
The judge is very deliberate, very careful about what she's doing. One of the members that's in the steering committee is a law professor at Ohio State University, and he taught this judge and said of the 9,000 students that he's taught, she's one of the top 5 that he's had. So we have a very good judge.
Competent judge, which is a good.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
Another interesting member of our steering committee is former Chief Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we have some top-notch people
Yes, we
on
do.
the steering committee. How I ended up there, I don't know.
That's okay. We send our best.
Well,
Thank you, Andy.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
thank you, Mr. Wilson,
very
for
much.
volunteering your time and representing Fairborn well.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the order, the agenda here, and get back on. Board reports and go to the order. I'll start with Jerry.
Okay.
Anything?
Yeah, just, been watching the basketball seasons, and I got to shout out to the girls' basketball team especially. Much better season this year. They're at 10 wins, and they are the number 7 seed in the tournament ranking. So that's awesome for our girls' basketball team. Then the other thing is the musical starting tonight. I think everybody's going, but from what I've seen of the set and everything, I think it's going to be one heck of a musical, and everybody really needs to try to get to it.
I saw it
So,
this morning. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheater.
Oh, cheat.
Okay, I'm
I
done.
couldn't wait. I went this morning.
Go.
No, I just want to say, I've been watching across the board with wrestling too. They've done a pretty good job this season so far, especially our girls. Seems like they're really doing some great things out there. Again, the musical is tonight, and then there's wrestling actually after this too. So it starts at 6 o'clock if it's not already 6, but it's senior night. So yeah, that's about all I have right now.
Thank you.
I am very excited for the musical tonight. I have not seen it, or the set, so I'm really excited and looking forward to it. And I really enjoyed the ROTC presentation. That was really great. So thank you again to them.
Katie?
I'm good.
Okay. And again, thank you to everybody for their presentations tonight. Again, hearing the ROTC was phenomenal. I know that program's grown and grown, and it's good to see the young people, this community stepping up for that. Okay. Budget and finance.
First, Mr. President, there was nobody signed
Oh,
up for
excuse me.
public comments,
Oh, we forgot
Forgive me.
that.
so you're just
So keep me on
psychic.
track. Budget and finance?
Treasurer recommendation is made to approve the receipt of the monthly financial report and the resolution accepting the amounts and rates.
Before we have discussion, is there a move and a second?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Do we have any discussion? Hearing no discussion, call the motion.
Mr. Browning,
Yes.
Mrs. Malad,
Yes.
Ms. Landon,
Yes.
Mrs. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Steininger.
Yay. Next is the administrative reports, and this goes on through item, up through E, I believe, F, G at the moment, H. Okay, there's a lot here. There are several call-outs here for people who are retiring. Do we need to have a request for a resolution?
Yeah, let's do that. So for Denise Riley, who has been the secretary for the athletic department, request resolution of tribute for 28 years of service with Fairborn City Schools, and Cheryl Whited, who is a secretary at the primary building and was an aide in the classroom for
Yeah.
many years prior to that. For her, requesting resolution of tribute for 27 years of service with Fairborn City Schools. So both ladies have been wonderful assets for our district for a long, long time. So
Yes,
thank you
very,
very
very
much to
much so.
them. Wishing them all the best.
Okay, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion, any further discussion besides the recognition? There's a lot there. Okay, call the motion.
Mrs. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Landon,
Yes.
Mrs. Malad,
Yes.
Mr. Browning.
Yes.
Mr. Steininger.
Yay. Gifts and donations. Would you like to kick
Sure.
that off?
Fairborn City Schools Board of Education would like to gratefully acknowledge the following gifts and donations. Centerville Library for 6 magazines to the Fairborn Intermediate School Art Program. City Church, 86 Christmas gifts and hats and gloves for the students of the district, and food for the Hawks Pantry. Fairborn Masonic Lodge, Michael L. Fennell, Lodge number 711. 11 bicycles for students of Fairborn Primary School and 8 bicycles for students at Fairborn Intermediate School. The Grand Heights Baptist Church, hats and gloves for students of the district. The Rescue Shop Church, coats for students of Fairborn Primary School. Woodburn Library, 90 magazines for the Fairborn Intermediate Art Program. And the board would like to thank those behind the Operation Warm Grant for 50 coats provided to our youngest Fairborn Skyhawks at Fairborn Primary School. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a side comment on that. Those coats and hats make a huge difference. You haven't been in the classroom and watched the number of students who need those items come forward is very interesting, and I think I'm very glad to see the community stepping up to support those. Work session?
Yes. Mrs. Gayheart, do you want to introduce our work session?
Yeah, so we're going to invite Mr. Roberts to come up and give you an update on Fairborn Middle School and the construction process.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we got some cool photos for you today
Can everybody see this? Because
to look
you
at.
wanna
I
see
can pull it out.
Yeah, we can pull that
Yeah.
out, that'd be great.
Let's hope I don't unplug it.
It's okay. That looks better.
Okay, Mr. President,
I see. I like it.
is that was
That's
your
much better.
okay? That was your one directive. So I just wanted to make sure we got that.
You've done it.
Make sure we got that right. So this is.
Time directive.
Yeah, these are some early renderings. Of course, let me clarify, nothing is 100% final, but we are zeroing in on what this place is going to look like, where the walls are going to be, and all of that. So this is a view of the main entry. Your office area, main office area would be to this side, and this is your competition gym there on the left. So we'll just kind of click through here. I think I got about 13 of these. There's another shot. Notice the Columbia blue posts. You get a little contrast there. And the academic emblem with the branding. And that's just another view of the front, kind of standing on the sidewalk there at Commerce Center Boulevard. The high school would sit over here, so just right over there. And you can see, again, competition gym to the left, main entry, academic wing, and then the large wall you see in the middle is the storm shelter auxiliary that kind of connects the two big, larger portions. This is the very south end of the building. So there's a parking lot down there. This walks into your cafeteria and would be the kind of the event entry.
Pretty much like just mirroring each other.
Pretty much. But here's the great thing about it. Here's what I like. Outside, they look very similar.
Yeah.
Inside, it's 100% middle school.
Correct. We have our own personality.
It's got its own personality on the inside. So this is your event entry, so it would be the far south of the building, parking lot here. And you also have parking lot on the east side over there for your staff and everything. This area here that's got the wrought iron fence around it, there's a set of doors there. That's a hardscaped kind of area for students after they eat lunch. So the cafeteria is right in here. They can come out these doors. It's all gated in and fenced in. And there will be like 4 basketball hoops on there, 4 square on the ground, all of those things that can keep those kids occupied and the energy burning. So this is, actually if you're standing right outside these doors, this is looking, now this depiction of how, there's more room in this picture than what will be in between. And also somewhere here in the middle, there will be a hardscaped outdoor learning space that actually both buildings will be able to utilize at some point. And what you see here in the middle, and you'll get pictures of this towards the end, is a 2-story kind of open floor plan. It's a 2-story media center. So that's what there is there in the center. This will be the west side, so this is right behind us here. Just your bus pickup. Got a little signage here on the academic wing that will be visible from 675 too.
Okay.
Yep. So we're walking in the main doors. So you've walked into the main doors. Your competition gym there is to the left. kind of got some tile on the wall there to kind of set the gymnasium door apart. Office area here. This is this slide kind of, oh, that's because that's a dark wall. But this is a little seating area right outside of the cafeteria. Stephanie's already got some ideas for that, for student of the month or something like that, have their own little space. This is kind of a trophy case. There'll be some glass shelving in there. And then and that's your hall moving down. Love the ring lights. There's some of the things that we have here that will carry over to the inside of the building. Just moving further down that hallway, you can see the trophy case, the seating area, and some of the lights in the flooring there. I'll email all of this to you guys too, so you have it. So you're going to stay in that same hallway and just spun around, looking at the main entry doors there. Office would be to your left. Here's a look inside what's cafetorium or cafeteria. Lots of natural light, great lighting. Here's your stage. So this stage opens up to the cafeteria side, and it also opens up on the gymnasium side. Gymnasium's going to seat almost 900 people in bleachers. So if you ever have a larger event and you want to open up the stage on that side and use the gymnasium, you have that ability. Or you can shut the wall on that side, open this wall up, and have, parent meetings, whatever you need to do on this side. And that wall on both sides allows you to do that and not hear noise if there's activities going in on the other side. So, just another look. And some of this not done. That will say Fairborn Middle School. It's not going to say Fairborn City Schools. That's just, you're still in the cafeteria there. That's your event entry door. Just another look at that. Now, as you walked towards the academic wing, you've got the auxiliary gym that kind of separates those two. So there's hallways on both sides. This is just a shot down one of those hallways on what that can look like. This area here is kind of inset into the wall. So, we're just going to have to be creative with what we put there on that wall so it's durable and can survive middle school day. Yeah. Here's your two-story media center. Large panels. This is large enough for the middle school staff to have their staff meetings in. Really neat, I think. You got windows around the top, the hallways or kids walking. You can see inside and down into the media center. And then the only thing we're considering here, do have a concern, your projector screen is here. You have a lot of light coming in around, so we may do something up here to, help with that or try to relocate this screen somewhere. But this is kind of just another look inside your media center. I think that's it. That's it.
Cool. Wow. It's gorgeous.
Any questions?
No, that's fantastic.
Good.
Okay.
That's
Thank
a
you.
very good view. Thank you.
That's why we passed the test.
You didn't have any troubles doing that. You were in good shape.
And just to piggyback on that, the board approved the demolition and abatement of Baker School at a cost of $912,000. That's significantly under what the state projected it at almost 9 years ago. And we'd also set aside some other money to go towards that. So that savings we will put towards the middle school project.
That's significant. Thank you.
Yes. Yep.
When do we expect that to start?
I will notify our contractor and SHP tonight. We know that it's okay, so we'll have some pre-construction meeting, I would say, one day next week. And it'll just, I know they currently don't have a project going on, so it could happen pretty quick. There's a few things that the city has asked us to do that we'll have to take care of prior to them starting, so we'll get that taken care of, and then once we're done with that,
We just need to make sure we notify residents of
That's
when
part of the
things are
city.
going to start in that neighborhood.
we will.
Yeah.
I would say middle to end of next week, I'll have a start date.
Thank you.
Middle to end of next week. We'll make
And
sure
so
we
we'll have
that.
some kind of press release to let, particularly Mittman Park,
Yes.
know
Yep.
what's going on.
Yep.
Okay.
And we have set a groundbreaking for the middle school. It's April 29th at 4:30 with the rain date being May 1st at 4:30.
Okay.
Anything else for work session? Would like to entertain a motion for a short executive session for the specified purpose of student discipline.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Call the motion, please.
Mr. Browning?
Yes.
Ms. Landon?
Yes.
Mrs. Malad?
Yes.
Mrs. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Steininger?
Yay. Do we expect any?
We, after the only motion we'll have is come out of executive session afterwards, and then we'll go straight to adjournment. We anticipate no other further action items this evening, and thank you for attending.